We are bringing you team coverage tonight on that potential shutdown. Our Bill Folsom is here to discuss the impact it could have on people in southern Colorado. But let's start with senior reporter Brett Forrest, who's here to explain why and how likely a shutdown is to happen. Brett.
Diane, good evening. It's looking more and more likely. House and Senate leaders from both parties met with President Trump today for about an hour, leaving the meeting without a deal in place. And I actually just got done interviewing Republican Congressman Jeff Crank literally minutes ago. He tells me that he spoke to Speaker Mike Johnson today and that they do expect Senate to vote again tomorrow to avoid the shutdown. He says he's hopeful, but it doesn't sound like he's optimistic that we will avert that midnight tomorrow. So as far as that shutdown goes, it would begin at midnight Eastern time, and Democrats are pushing Republicans to make a deal on a number of health care issues because of funding that was cut from the spending bill earlier this summer. That's the so-called Big Beautiful Bill. Democrats want to extend Affordable Care Act subsidies and roll back Medicaid cuts from July. And here's leaders from both sides after today's meeting.
This is a health care fight, but it's also a fight to lower the high cost of living here in the United States of America.
But it's in the president's hands whether to avoid a shutdown or not. He has to convince the Republican leaders.
There's a reason that Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries have come out here, stomp the feet, saying that they can't go along with this. They're trying to bring in extraneous issues.
I think we're headed to a shutdown because the Democrats won't do the right thing. I hope they change their mind, but we're going to see.
Now, Republicans have said they're willing to seek some deals and negotiate on what Democrats want, but only through the actual budget bill process, not this continuing resolution spending bill. And these shutdown fights always turn into political fodder depending on who's in charge. So this is nothing new. I do also want to note Senator John Hickenlooper. I interviewed him last week. He tells me he thinks Republicans will get equal blame because they control the House, Senate, and executive. But again, there could still be a deal struck tomorrow. But as of now, it does not appear likely. Diane.
Brett, thank you. If there's not an agreement, government accounts will not have the money to pay a large group of federal employees. Census data shows the number of federal employees in Colorado is more than 90,000, with the largest number here in southern Colorado. News 5's Bill Folsom is taking a look at the potential local impact. Bill.
Yeah, Diane, for federal workers who have little savings, it'll be difficult to pay mortgages, car insurance, bills, even shop for groceries. The trickle down goes to others in the community who rely on those payments, so they'll also be impacted. The largest number of federal employees in Colorado is in El Paso County because of the military, and the largest employer in the county is Fort Carson, then Peterson Space Force Base, and number 3 is the Air Force Academy. The number of federal employees in the area is just over 20,000. The ones likely impacted most are civilian employees, and that accounts for around 40% of that number. There are groups like USAA Insurance offering as a stopgap with 0% loans to pay bills. The company serves military members and their families. They believe this can relieve the anxiety of the unknown while there's debate in Washington.
If there is a continuing resolution, if this does happen, if this ends up getting pushed sometime down the road, that doesn't change our readiness. We're here.
Now, there is also a large number of federal corrections workers here in Colorado, especially in Fremont County. Their union numbers show over 600 workers who could be working without a paycheck if there is a shutdown. But right now, thousands of people here in southern Colorado are currently facing a financial unknown. Diane?
Bill Folsom, thank you. Military families will not lose access to base stores if the government does shut down. That's according to a press release from the exchange. The Army and Air Force Exchange Service says all of its stores will stay open. That includes more than 5,000 facilities worldwide, like base exchanges, gas stations, and food courts. The exchange can keep operating because it funds itself through sales rather than through government money. 30 million military members, families, and veterans use the stores for tax-free shopping. The online store will also remain unaffected.